as you can see, we're on vacation again, different backdrop. Just kidding. This is the second bathroom of the house. Let's see. This might need a. I was all gonna slather this on my face, but it might be a touch airy. We'll just find out. So, mentioned in yesterday's video, my parents are coming. So they've got the master bath this morning. I used to completely switch over here, but you can imagine with all the shaving accoutrement that and 5 people now using this restroom, it's a bit much trying to keep all that stuff in here and planning ahead and all that stuff. So during the week when I'm up and out before anybody's even awake, I just use our bathroom anyway. But well, a bunch of people might be up around the same time today, so I'll just use this one. We're just doing a quickie. Merlin's back, the Vector. We're doing the Sapon di Polo Argume, lime and basil, delicious scent. This would be a nice, see, I told you this yesterday, I can't shave with the shirt I'm gonna be wearing, it just gets a mess. But this scent would be one that'd be nice to be made into a EDP or something, a nice herby lime, nice herby citrus scent. So I've been trying to keep my mouth shut on the videos, but I do that, it's just so much quicker. One swipe and I'm done. I do, and it takes, it's a little tougher. So Major Rich on the cadre, he's going on a cruise. So for that week, can we call him Captain Rich? I think we should do that. Major Rich is going to be Captain Rich for a week. I'm sorry, I don't know my ranking, so I don't know if that's an upgrade or downgrade. My apologies. But we're talking a few comments about what he's going to bring along on his cruise for shaving and all this stuff. And I let him know he should check out to see if the gym has a very nice locker room that he could just take his DOP kit up to with his travel kit in it and shave with a whole lot of space versus most cruise lines. There's one bathroom in the stateroom, so if you're in there shaving and somebody's got to go, you know. And well, I don't know, I think the shelf space is decent. I mean, if there's only 2 of you, I think Rich is going with friends, but I don't think they're all bunking together. Otherwise, we need some more interesting stories, Rich. But you can take a decent amount of stuff. It is a small bathroom, but you're not like this, you know, trying to shave like that. You'll be fine. Anyway, somebody had made the comment about how he kind of needs to watch how much he takes because of the size of either the rooms or the bathrooms. And I had just mentioned that if he's going to go use the locker room to shave, he could take as much as he wants. Even full-size tubs, and just throw the one he wants that day into his DOP kit and head on up. But it made me think, how cool would it be to have, you know, you see in movies those aluminum outside briefcases and suitcases and all that kind of stuff, and they'll snap the clasp and pop, and they'll open it up, and then they'll have like foam and then cut out for, you know, who knows, I guess it's usually like weapons in the movies, but I swear I've seen like a joke, like a
bartending set or something like that, where all glasses and then smaller bottles of alcohol and stuff like that. Now that'd be cool to have for shaving for your travel thing. You pop it open, and then you've got like maybe 4 full-size tubs down the side, and your shaving bowl set in there, and a few cutouts where razors are laid in, and then like some holes where you pop your brushes in, all this stuff. So I thought that it would actually be, not for most people, but for us, at least me, that'd be kind of neat to have something like that. So I started looking actually online for aluminum, metal cases. The briefcase would be way too big if we're talking travel here. So I found a few things. Point number one, they do get much larger than I was thinking quickly, especially, I've just been looking online, but you start thinking of the space you need for a full tub, and then if you're gonna have like foam around each thing, then everything's kind of spaced out and all that stuff. So this is just my standard dock kit, right? Everything I use for shaving and deodorant and everything goes in here when I travel on a plane. Goes in a check bag because got blades and all that stuff, but there's more than enough space for like 10 samples in here, and my actual shaving bowl and a full-size brush and alum block and all that stuff. It all goes in there. So, and that's because everything's all crammed together. So I just started thinking I wanted to do this thing just because it sounded cool, but I really was like, what would I even use that for? Because you're not gonna, if you're gonna have a bigger case, you're not gonna just take that and put it into your suitcase because it's gonna take up so much more space. Unless, if you're doing like a Vegas weekend, and even those, we tend to check a bag because I've got razor blades, and it's just, especially if it's a free check bag, you might as well, right? Instead of carrying stuff on and having to worry about it. So really the only practical use, it is not practical, but the only use of it is if you're doing a road trip where space is really not an issue, and you just can take it all by itself and have your shave kit. But I still smile at the thought of it. How over the top is it? And there's your soaps and your razors and some blade insets, and I don't know. But we're not into road trips. Really, I say that, yet, and I was trying to think of the only places we would drive. Anywhere on the West Coast, I guess. When we go see my parents in Portland, most of the, maybe 50-50. Sometimes we drive, sometimes we fly. Driving with the kids is probably an 11-hour drive. I think we've got it down to 10.5 now that they're older. We don't have to stop as much. It used to be more of like 11.5, sometimes 12-hour drive. But again, for 5 plane tickets, plus then you've got the car that fits the family once you get there. And then when we go to Southern California, we'll drive. That's only like 6 hours. From like here, the important destination, from like here to Disneyland, about 6 hours. Otherwise, or we'll drive, of course, Napa. I'm trying to think of the places we stay overnight at. Otherwise, we're really not drive, stay overnight kind of people. There's not a lot of places around here that we wouldn't just make a day trip and just come back home. Man, you ever flip your alum block around? One side you tend to use on your face and it gets smooth. I just have had it flipped around, and the other side is kind of that rough natural salts or whatever. Anyway, so that's when you would use it. If you're doing on a road trip, you carry. So maybe, I guess if we're traveling up to Oregon, I'll take my little shaving briefcase and pick my stuff. Anyway. what I really need to do is find somebody that's got a metal case that's about the right size that was meant for something else and is just sitting empty now. Like I went in the garage and found there's a metal case, but it's like an art set is when an art set came in. So it's full of colored pencils and stuff like that. But that's what I need is somebody that bought some novelty thing that's gonna just throw it away and has the case. And then I can just buy foam for it and use that. Thinking that's the way to go. A lot of these cases that you buy with the, you can buy basically the metal suitcases, small metal boxes with latches that have the foam, but the foam, is they call it like pluck foam or something like that? It's like cut in a grid pattern with the intent that you pull out squares so that you don't have to sit there and cut it and stuff. You pull out squares to fit the shape of whatever you're putting in there. There's lemon. So I'd much rather order some like high density foam and then actually cut out exactly, you know, so it looks all official like and fancy and all that. So there we go. We did the nice citrus scent. I'm gonna let that dry, finish up with a little Nivea alcohol-free post shave. And we're all up and moving. We'll dry off by the time we go. We're just gonna go out for breakfast. Been a long time since I've been out for a hot breakfast. I love that. That's the weird, you know, they call it an American breakfast when you're overseas and stuff. And I think a lot of countries kind of, I guess that's a stereotype of Americans, which is probably it's true. It's not a stereotype. But we have these big, huge breakfasts with eggs and some kind of bread and meat and all this stuff. But man, it's good. There's not, I mean, yeah, a croissant and coffee in the right setting and all that stuff is all right. But sometimes you just want to start your day off with a good meal. So it's been a while since we've been out for one of those dudes. So we will go out for that. Sunday, so back to work in the morning. Could be a busy week. Update you on that later. See you on the forums.